In October of 2022, Google Ads announced that audio ads are out of beta and globally available to most users. Audio ads use listening-specific signals to capture people in a listening mode and not necessarily on YouTube to watch videos. So in this video, we will cover the specs needed to run audio ads. We'll show you a few more examples of where your audio ads can appear, and then we'll walk through a full audio ads campaign setup. Let's get started. Before we start creating the audio ads campaign within Google Ads, I want to make sure that you are familiar with these points before even creating a campaign. This will save you a lot of time. While the main goal of this campaign subtype is to have people listen to your ad, the audio must come from a YouTube video. When you're going through the ad creation process, you're not going to upload an MP3 or anything. Google is going to pull the audio from a YouTube video. So you must have a video already uploaded to YouTube. And it cannot be just any video. The video length that you upload must be between 6 seconds and 15 seconds long. So when you upload a video to YouTube, YouTube likes to tack on an extra second at the end. So don't freak out if your 15-second video shows up as 16 seconds when you upload it. It'll still be eligible to run. And besides a maximum video length, there's also a maximum file size. So make sure the video file that you uploaded is 128 gigabytes or less. So get your video ready, upload it to your YouTube channel. Hopefully that's already linked to your Google Ads account so you can track stats later on. But until you have this video set and uploaded to the channel, there's no way you'd be able to launch a campaign. Now the next question you're probably asking is, where can audio ads appear? And the first option, I understand it's broad, is audio content, aka users like me. I have YouTube up for hours on end every single day. Most of the time, I'm listening to some of my favorite podcasts on YouTube because I prefer to have my desktop audio than having to worry about my phone. It's just easier to do while I'm working. Besides podcasts, I also listen to a lot of music and playlists on YouTube. And no, I don't pay for YouTube, so I deal with the commercials. So it's very frequent within those playlists that I'm hit with ads. And yes, I've seen several audio ads. Another specific example, while kind of related, is YouTube Music. If you haven't heard of it, it is an app that users can download on their phone. Users can listen to full albums, singles, sometimes live performances, and yes, ads are part of the app as well. And then just one more example, certain content on Google Nest. While we're going to see an example in just a couple seconds of what an audio ad could look like, you're going to see that there is a visual element to an audio ad. But on certain devices, like Google Nest, there's not going to be any visual element. The audio portion is going to be the star of the ad. So that's why these ads really need to focus on the verbal content within the 15 seconds and not as much focus on your image or graphic testing. Because besides Google Nest devices, going back to the examples I gave and me personally, when I have YouTube playing my podcast, I'm not even looking at the screen. It's in a separate window off to the side. I could still hear everything while I'm doing my other work. So after these first two intro slides, probably want to see an example of what an audio ad could look like and sound like. So to do that, we're going to head to YouTube, where Google has shared an example of an unlisted video on their channel of what an audio ad could look and sound like. Let's go check it out. Google has this example as an unlisted video on their YouTube channel. So to find this example, here is the URL where you can go and rewatch the video. But now I'm going to click play so we can watch the 15-second video example.
Google Fi is a different kind of phone plan with simpler pricing and smarter coverage. Connect to over 2 million hotspots and 3 different 4G LTE networks, all under one simple, flexible plan by Google. Learn more at fi.google.com.
And now you get an understanding of how this audio ad has a static image. You can have some motion to it if you want to, but it's a more commercial style feel. You only get 15 seconds, so get to the point and encourage users to take some sort of action. So now let's head to Google Ads and learn how we can use videos like these in an audio ads campaign. If you have run YouTube ads before, the setup of an audio ads campaign is going to be pretty familiar. There's just a few little nuances that make this campaign subtype unique, but I'm going to walk through the entire campaign and ad group setup anyway. So to set up a new campaign, let's head to the blue plus button, open it up, and create a new campaign. When choosing your campaign objective, you only have 2 options. The first, which I am not going to use, will be create a campaign without a goals guidance. When you do that, you get a variety of campaign types, and when you select video, audio will be one of the options for your campaign subtype. But the main campaign objective for audio ads will be brand awareness and reach. From there, we still want video. And again, we see audio for a campaign subtype. You saw once we do that, all of the other options went away, so we can go and click continue. Go ahead and name your campaign. Once that is set, let's review the bid strategy option. And I said option, singular, for this very reason. You cannot change the bid strategy. It is target CPM or cost per 1,000 impressions. Even if you're trying to create audio ads with a campaign goal of without a goals guidance, you're still only going to be allowed to do target CPM. Remember, the main campaign objective was brand awareness and reach. So a target CPM strategy makes sense. When you're looking at your budgets and dates, scrolling down a little bit, it's going to default to campaign total, but you can click on the drop down and choose a daily budget type if you want. This will be entirely dependent on what the goal of the campaign is. Audio ads can be very effective for really quick sales, so you may just need a campaign total. If you're really trying to expand your reach, you're going to use a variety of exclusion audiences as well as some frequency capping, then you may want to have this be an evergreen campaign to try to reach as many new users as possible, so a daily budget might be a better fit. That's going to be completely up to you. But since I picked a campaign total, I have to select a specific end date. So I'll just pick one. Understand that's a pretty small budget, but I just want to get moving in this video. As for networks, the setup is going to be similar, where the networks they will run on will be YouTube videos, and they will initially tack on video partners on the display network. I typically like to uncheck this box, and if you feel you're limited by reach, you can always go back within your campaign settings and turn this back on. With the specific audio subtype that we have selected, YouTube search results, aka your in-feed type ads, are not going to be eligible. So next, choose your locations, choose your language. You're going to get to content exclusions. This used to be a campaign level setting, but if you go up to your tools and settings, within your setup column, they added a new section for content suitability, which is now controlled at the account level. I already have a video talking about the content suitability section. You could check it out here if you really want to learn more about what controls you have in this area. But if we go away from this and open additional settings, you still have control over the devices. As I mentioned earlier, you can add frequency capping, and we have another video about frequency capping that you could watch right here. That video will talk about the differences between video and display frequency capping, because there are differences. Set your ad schedule, any third-party measurement, and now we're getting to the ad group portion. And here's where you can start adding your targeting options for your audio ads campaigns. I'm not going to get too into the weeds of the targeting options for video campaigns. I do have another video talking about targeting options, which you could check here. I will admit it is slightly out of date, so maybe I need to come out with a new one soon. But that video will still give you a lot of ideas of what types of targeting you may want to use for your audio ads campaign. But for now, I'm just going to add some remarketing audiences to this particular campaign example, just so I have something to use so we can keep on moving. And no, I do not want audience expansion, so let's just go and start creating our ads. I'm going to go up, grab a video link to enter here, and I pulled this one on purpose just to show you what will happen if you try to use a video that is longer than 15 seconds. So we clearly cannot use this. So let me X out, and I'll have to go up and grab another example. Let me paste it in. Here's a short clip of the intro of a lead gen masterclass course that we're creating. So look out for that. We'll be sharing information about it very soon. So we pasted in our 15-second video. Then we'll want to go down, add in a final URL, automatically use the same display URL. Right below the ad creation, there's an ad creation dropdown. This is for you to add multiple variants right away. As you see, there isn't any text element for us to make different, like a call to action extension. So the ideal ad testing scenario in this case would be multiple different video clips. So hopefully you can create a few different options. Maybe you're testing out different lengths of the video, or maybe you're testing out your different intro statement, maybe different calls to action within the video, but add some sort of variety. So you try to get a better understanding of which audio ad performs better with your target audience. But then scrolling down, before we can launch anything, we have to set our target CPM bid. And yes, it's done at the ad group level because that's where our targeting options are set. If you're unfamiliar with target CPM bidding, there's a little description off to the side. It's the amount that we're willing to pay for every 1,000 times the ad is shown. Initially, Google does have a recommended bid. Once we apply it, we see campaign estimates off to the right-hand side. If I adjust that amount, maybe I want to knock it down a little bit, I'll still be able to launch my campaign, but Google's giving me a warning. I am definitely not saying listen to Google every single time. Do what's best for your campaign's budget as well as your campaign goals. But to make things easy, I'm just going to apply. I'm not going to run this campaign. And once everything is set, we can go ahead and create campaign. We can go up, review your campaign settings, review your ad group targeting options, get a look at your audio ad variants that you have entered, and then we can continue to campaign. Since the campaign type is still video, you'll still be able to get a variety of video stats when reviewing performance within Google Ads. What you see on the screen right now are not going to be default column options. This just happens to be a custom video column setup I have saved within our Google Ads. You can always go up to your columns, modify your columns, and include other options that could be important to you. Besides target CPM, maybe you want to look at your actual average CPM. There's a variety of frequency columns that you can add to the mix. Whatever's going to help you measure the performance depending on what your goals of your audio ads campaigns would be. While you can look at cross-device conversion metrics and view through conversion metrics, we have to remember the objective of the campaigns was brand awareness and reach. Now, if you're spending enough, and I believe the amount is about $5,000 over the past 10 days, audio ads can pair really well with brand lift studies. And those are only going to appear in your tools and settings if you are meeting the spend threshold. If you are spending that much on video campaigns, it will be under measurement and the name will be lift measurement. I'd love to have another video on that one, but it's almost impossible because I would need to use an actual client and I'd have to pretty much blur out everything and not talk about everything. So for the bigger spenders out there, understand that is an option and that can give you a better understanding of how your audio ads are performing. If you want to learn more about lift measurement, you can head to the link on the screen right here. But that's how easy it is to set up an audio ads campaign. For the most part, the setup is very familiar if you've already run YouTube ads before. There's just a few nuances that make it very unique for the listening only experience. If you have any additional questions on how audio ads can appear or about the setup or measurement process, please let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching our video. We really appreciate it. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up below. If you really liked it, maybe think about subscribing to the Paid Media Pros YouTube channel and you'll get alerted every time a new video drops.
If you really liked it, you can help support the channel by checking out some of the t-shirts that we're wearing on our merch shelf, as well as looking at the Super Thanks button.